Beloved chosen one, if you have come across this video, it is no accident. It is meant to stir your spirit and awaken you to the shifts God is moving in your life. Your spirit has been sensing movement that your mind couldn't explain, quiet changes, unusual spiritual energy, and moments where you suddenly felt pressure, clarity, inner battles, or unexpected peace. Your surroundings may look the same, but something within you knows that a deeper shift is happening. This message is your confirmation that the spiritual realm is active right now. Heaven is working, and those who are spiritually tuned in can feel it long before anything appears in the physical world. We're breaking this journey into 7 sections to reveal how your spirit has been sensing subtle shifts, movement, and a stirring you may not have fully noticed. Before we go deeper, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. What you're receiving is not just a message, it is spiritual confirmation for those who are chosen and awakened. If this message speaks to your spirit, type 77 in the comments. This number is a spiritual sign, a symbol that you are alert, awake, and ready to recognize the major shift happening around you. When you type it, you are declaring, "I am connected. I am paying attention. I am ready for what heaven is about to release." Only those who are spiritually aware will stay until the end. Those who continue will receive deeper clarity, spiritual understanding, and insight into the changes taking place right now. This shift is not minor. It is powerful. It is breaking old patterns, opening new doors, moving obstacles out of the way, and preparing you for your next purpose. This message is not something you hear once and forget. It is a living spiritual reminder that reveals more each time you revisit it. Whenever you feel drawn back to it, it's because your spirit is ready for another layer of understanding. Chosen one, something huge is unfolding in the spiritual realm, and you were guided here so you would not miss it. Let's move together to reveal the shifts taking place in your life. Section number 1. Chosen one, listen closely. When God prepares to lift you into a higher place, He never begins with the blessing you're waiting for. He starts by stirring your spirit. The inner shift always comes before the outer change. Heaven gives guidance before heaven brings results, and right now that guidance is flowing into your life like a gentle but steady spiritual wind. You may not be able to explain it, but your spirit understands it completely. This is why your dreams have taken on a new depth. They are no longer random or confusing. They are filled with signs, patterns, and spiritual messages. Heaven is speaking to you in symbols because your spirit is now strong enough to receive deeper insight. Your dreams are pointing you toward the next phase of your journey, preparing your emotions, sharpening your awareness, and giving you direction. Your intuition has also intensified. This isn't coincidence, it's spiritual training. God is teaching you to hear Him faster and clearer than before. The quiet inner voice that once felt faint now feels steady and obvious. What used to be a small nudge now feels like a clear pull on your heart. You may feel pushed to take certain steps, cleaning up your life, letting go of the wrong influences, stepping toward new paths, or making choices that feel unusual but right. You may even feel the need to stay quiet, improve your habits, or change your surroundings. This isn't you acting different. This is heaven tuning your spiritual frequency so you can match the timing of your next season. You might suddenly feel tired of the old, eager for growth, drawn to solitude, or hungry for spiritual clarity. These feelings are not mistakes, they are part of the divine instruction preparing you for elevation. Section number 2. Beloved chosen one, you are the chosen vessel. Heaven is speaking with great intensity right now. This is not a season to move lightly or without awareness. It is a time to be still, pay attention, and listen with your inner spirit instead of your natural senses. The atmosphere around you is no longer calm. Something has shifted. Even if your eyes cannot see it, your spirit has already noticed the change. There is angelic activity surrounding your life, and it is happening because you are entering a significant chapter. What you are stepping into carries too much spiritual weight for you to handle on your own. Heaven understands the assignment on your life, and that is why divine help has been released to you. God has sent angels to guard your path, give you direction, protect your steps, and strengthen your spirit as you move into a season of purpose and importance. Your protection is stronger than before. Your spiritual support is greater than in past seasons, and your spirit has been sensing this increase. This is why you've suddenly felt the need to pray more, even when you don't know exactly what to say. Your spirit is reacting to heavenly activity near you. It is a way of pulling you into alignment with what is happening spiritually. This also explains why you have been waking up at unusual times. These early awakenings are not accidents. They are spiritual signals, moments when the barrier between the seen and the unseen becomes lighter, making it easier for you to receive guidance. Heaven often speaks when the world is quiet. You have also felt a new level of protection around you, even when you are physically alone. There is a quiet sense of being covered and watched over. That feeling is real. Angels stay close to those whom God is preparing to promote. Chosen soul, understand this. Angels do not move without purpose. They arrive when something important is being arranged in your life. Their presence is a clear sign that a breakthrough is approaching. Spiritual battles are rising, and your destiny is being positioned in your favor. Whenever God prepares to shift your life, the spiritual atmosphere around you becomes active and alert. Some of the heaviness you recently experienced was not a sign that you were losing. It was proof that spiritual movement was increasing around you. The pressure you felt at times was the environment shifting as angels took their places to cover you. The calm you sensed during difficult moments was heaven surrounding you. The sudden moments of understanding and direction were angelic guidance helping you stay on the right course. This rise in angelic activity shows that you are much closer to your breakthrough than you think. It also reveals that the enemy has noticed the changes and is trying to create obstacles. But heaven has already responded with divine strength, making sure nothing can block what God is bringing into your life. Chosen soul, the spiritual realm is not only shifting near you, it is shifting on your behalf. You are surrounded by help. You are covered by unseen protection. You have heavenly support with every step you take. You are not walking into your next season alone. Heaven is moving with you. Section number 3. Chosen one, understand this clearly. Whenever a powerful shift is unfolding in the spiritual realm, one of the first things God elevates within you is your discernment, because discernment is the spiritual radar that guides you safely into your next level. This increase in sensitivity is not by chance and not the result of overthinking. It is a purposeful adjustment from heaven designed to prepare you for the new season you are being led into. Lately, you may have realized that your ability to read people and environments has grown sharper, almost as if your spirit is speaking before your thoughts can catch up. You can enter a space and immediately feel when the atmosphere is unsettled. You can hear someone talk and instantly sense whether their energy resonates with yours or if their intentions are concealed behind polite words. What you are experiencing is not fear or suspicion. It is spiritual maturity rising to the surface. Your inner spirit is waking up to vibrations, emotions, and energies that no longer align with your calling. You are becoming more aware of people who drain your peace, environments that weigh down your spirit, and situations that once felt normal but now feel spiritually heavy or uncomfortable. This sudden shift is happening because your discernment is acting as a filter, clearing out anything or anyone who cannot walk with you into your next stage of destiny. You are now able to recognize misalignment without needing explanations, feel dishonesty without any physical evidence, and sense truth without requiring long conversations. Your spirit is operating ahead of your mind, guiding you away from distraction and shielding you from unseen harm. This deepened awareness is being activated because the next chapter of your journey requires vision, understanding, and spiritual clarity. In the season you are entering, you cannot walk blindly or be pulled off your path by manipulation, confusion, or emotional entanglements. Heaven is sharpening your insight because what lies ahead is too important for you to step into without spiritual precision. God is heightening your spiritual awareness in this season so that no influence, distraction, or hidden intention can interfere with the destiny He is aligning for you. He is clearing away every layer of spiritual haze that once clouded your insight. He is tuning your inner senses with precision. He is elevating your spiritual perception so you can recognize what your natural eyes might overlook. Because of this upgrade, you will begin to notice distinct changes in the way you interpret people, conversations, and environments around you. Individuals who once appeared dependable may suddenly feel uncertain to your spirit. Discussions that used to bring excitement may now feel shallow or meaningless. Someone's energy or tone may disturb your peace, even though their words appear harmless. These inner alerts are evidence that your discernment is being strengthened. God is bringing truth to the surface, revealing who genuinely supports your journey and who has been silently resisting it. He is exposing hidden adversaries, those who presented themselves well but carried jealousy, confusion, or ill intentions behind closed doors. At the same time, he is illuminating divine connections, people whose presence nurtures your purpose and whose spirit harmonizes with the direction God is taking you. Your circle may become smaller during this process, but the clarity and purity of your connections will increase. Discernment is more than a spiritual ability. During seasons of transition, it becomes a protective shield. It guards you from stepping into harmful situations. It keeps you from attaching yourself to the wrong hearts. It prevents your purpose from being diluted or damaged by unhealthy influences. And it ensures that you remain aligned with the instructions heaven is releasing for your next assignment. This deep refining of your discernment is one of the strongest indicators that God is positioning you for elevation. You have grown spiritually. You are more alert to energy shifts, more responsive to God's voice, more sensitive to spiritual misalignment, and more aware of the direction your soul is being led. Section number 4. Beloved Chosen One, your inner spirit is becoming sharper because you are moving closer to the destiny that has been prepared for you. When you step into a higher spiritual season, old cycles begin collapsing at a pace that feels unusual. Patterns that once held you for years suddenly lose their ability to control you. Situations you once endured without hesitation now feel unbearable to your spirit. Relationships you once fought to preserve now feel heavy and draining. Environments you remained in out of routine now feel suffocating to your soul. None of this is accidental. These are indicators that heaven has made a divine decision concerning your next chapter. You can no longer tolerate what you once tolerated because your spirit is outgrowing old versions of yourself. You can no longer reduce your identity to fit outdated spaces. You can no longer overlook the discomfort that rises when something or someone is no longer aligned with your calling. Without warning, you begin to feel distance between yourself and certain people. It's not caused by anger, betrayal, or conflict. It's simply that your spiritual development has accelerated while theirs has remained the same. Even if they have done nothing wrong, your paths are no longer meant to move in the same direction. The separation you sense is spiritual, not personal. At the same time, old habits begin to lose their appeal. Activities that once entertained you now feel meaningless. Patterns that once distracted you now drain your energy. Cycles that once held you emotionally or spiritually now break without struggle. This is happening because your internal appetite is changing. Your spirit is evolving and rising higher. Your spirit begins to reject environments that no longer match your purpose. Places you once enjoyed now feel heavy and restrictive. Individuals who once felt familiar now irritate your peace. Conversations that used to excite you now deplete your energy. This is not random discomfort. This is holy transformation. God is performing spiritual surgery within you, removing anything that could contaminate the next version of who you are becoming. He is cutting away outdated connections that would slow down your growth. He is freeing you from cycles and behaviors that once trapped you spiritually without your awareness. This divine disruption may feel uncomfortable, but it is sacred and necessary. It is a sign that heaven is preparing you for elevation, and everything that does not support your calling must be released from your life. When the realms of heaven begin to move, your earthly life is required to move in harmony with that shift. This means that connections you once depended on, routines you once lived by, environments that once felt familiar, and even old versions of your identity that once shaped you will begin to loosen their grip and fall away. You may try to cling to the familiar because it feels safe, but God is gently and sometimes forcefully pulling you into a higher timeline. The discomfort you feel is not a sign that something is wrong. It is divine pressure, heaven dismantling what no longer supports your calling. Even if your mind cannot fully understand the changes unfolding around you, your spirit recognizes their importance. God is removing emotional weights, mental limitations, spiritual blockages, and physical attachments that kept you stuck in outdated versions of yourself. He is clearing space within your life so that divine alignment, God-ordained relationships, new blessings, and fresh opportunities can enter freely. Chosen soul, the reason old cycles are collapsing is not because you are failing, it is because you are transforming. You are rising into a higher level of spiritual purpose, and anything born from a lower dimension cannot accompany you into this new season. Understand this with depth. The place you are stepping into is not accidental. It is not caused by luck or circumstance. It is the unfolding of a heavenly blueprint that has been written over your life long before you had language for your purpose. Every shift, every separation, every moment of discomfort, and every change you are experiencing is part of a divine pathway leading you into who you were always meant to become. Section number 5. Beloved Chosen One. What is unfolding in your life right now is not random, and it is not by chance. It is the deliberate, strategic hand of God actively repositioning you, guiding your steps, and aligning every part of your life with the divine destiny that He meticulously designed for you before the foundations of the world. Every encounter, every departure, every sudden inspiration rising within your spirit, and every shift in your desires is purposeful. These are not coincidences, they are heavenly signals that you are being maneuvered into the exact spiritual and natural place where you need to be for the fulfillment of God's plan. Your life is being calibrated to match the frequency of the season that has been prepared for you for years. You may begin to notice unexpected opportunities emerging, appearing as if out of nowhere. Doors that were once firmly closed, perhaps for years, now swing open without clear explanation. Support may arrive from people or sources you never anticipated. Resources, timing, and circumstances will converge perfectly. These are not mere strokes of luck or random chance. They are carefully orchestrated setups from heaven. God is arranging every detail in your environment so that when the appointed hour comes, you will be standing in the perfect place, equipped with precisely what you need to fulfill the next phase of your calling. You may also experience encounters and conversations that feel weighty with spiritual significance. These interactions may confirm the impressions your spirit has been receiving for months or even years. They may unlock insights and understanding that you didn't even realize were missing from your awareness. These are the voices of heaven, messengers of wisdom, direction, and confirmation, positioned to prepare you for the breakthrough, assignment, or manifestation that has been written into your destiny long before you were aware of it. Everything happening around you, from the subtle nudges to the dramatic shifts, is designed to align your spirit, your mind, and your circumstances so that when the divine moment arrives, you will step forward fully equipped, fully aware, and fully aligned with the purpose God has set before you. You may begin to notice new and unusual connections forming in your life, people whose presence carries a sense of divine purpose, peace, and alignment. These individuals are not coincidental. They are kingdom allies, destiny collaborators, and spiritual partners specifically assigned to your journey. They may bring encouragement when you feel weak, provide insight when clarity is needed, or open doors to opportunities that align with God's higher plan for your life. Their timing, words, and energy are orchestrated by heaven to support your spiritual elevation. At the same time, God is quietly and strategically removing those who could hinder your growth or disrupt the flow of your next season. Some relationships may drift away naturally, others may dissolve without explanation, and some people may no longer resonate with your spirit. This process of pruning is not loss, it is protection. Heaven is clearing space in your life so that the new, aligned, and divinely appointed blessings can enter unimpeded. You may also notice that this realignment extends beyond your relationships. Your mindset is undergoing transformation. Your priorities are being reordered according to divine wisdom rather than past habits or pressures. Your heart is gradually releasing attachments it once clung to, habits, patterns, or even ideals that no longer serve your highest purpose. Your spirit is awakening to a deeper hunger for alignment, connection, and resonance with God's will. You may feel subtly or even profoundly relocated in your inner life, physically, mentally, and spiritually. This sensation is not random or confusing. It is a tangible sign that heaven is repositioning you, recalibrating your energy, and orchestrating your life so that every aspect of your being resonates with the divine plan. These shifts are proof that spiritual realignment is taking place and that you are moving in harmony with the heavenly blueprint written specifically for your destiny. Section number 6. Chosen One, listen carefully and receive this truth deeply. The intense opposition and spiritual pressure you have been experiencing is not a form of punishment, nor is it an indication that you are failing in your journey. Rather, it is a confirmation that you are on the verge of a breakthrough greater than anything you have experienced before. Spiritual warfare escalates precisely when divine promotion is near, because the enemy does not waste his efforts on what is stagnant or dormant. He only wages war against what is rising, what is being activated, and what heaven is preparing to elevate. The turbulence in your life is a direct response to the acceleration of your spiritual destiny. You may have recently felt unexplained waves of anxiety pressing on your heart and mind, moments where resistance appears in areas that used to flow smoothly, or sudden emotional fluctuations, frustration, sadness, irritation, or confusion that seem to come from nowhere. These experiences are not coincidental. They are the unmistakable signs of spiritual warfare, triggered because the enemy senses that a divine shift is taking place around you. He sees the movement in your life before you fully understand it. He detects the unseen angelic activity surrounding you before its purpose is revealed to your consciousness. He knows that heaven is preparing to elevate you, open doors that have been closed for years, and position you for a season of extraordinary blessing, authority, and assignment. Unable to stop what God has ordained, the enemy resorts to his last strategy: distraction. This is why old temptations may resurface, why past mindsets attempt to return, why unresolved people from your history may unexpectedly appear, and why confusion or doubt may try to cloud your clarity. His goal is to make you question your progress, undermine your confidence, shake your focus, and tempt you to retreat just before your breakthrough arrives. He hopes the pressure will cause you to step aside or step out of alignment. But what he does not realize is that the very pressure he brings is evidence of your spiritual advancement. His attacks are reactions to divine movement behind the scenes, confirming that heaven has already shifted in your favor. The battlefield you feel is real, but it exists because God has already made strategic moves for your elevation. If you fail to recognize what God is orchestrating, you risk stepping out of position, which could delay the fulfillment of what heaven has prepared. That is why the attacks feel personal, intense, and unsettling. They are designed to test your spiritual resilience and emotional fortitude. But Chosen One, hold fast to this unshakable truth. The pressure, the resistance, and the opposition are all indicators that you are moving into alignment with destiny, that heaven is actively working on your behalf, and that your breakthrough is imminent. Every wave of challenge is a signal that you are rising, and nothing the enemy does can stop what God has already set in motion for your life. Spiritual warfare always escalates just before a divine breakthrough manifests in your life. Pressure intensifies in every area: mental, emotional, spiritual, and even physical, right before blessings fully reveal themselves. Confusion, chaos, and unexpected resistance often rise just before clarity and understanding suddenly descend upon your spirit. Throughout Scripture, every monumental deliverance and every powerful movement of God in the lives of His chosen ones was preceded by periods of extreme spiritual opposition. The enemy reacts violently because he recognizes that you are moving into a new dimension of authority, influence, and purpose, territory he once tried to control. Instead of seeing the rising pressure as a threat, recognize it as confirmation from heaven. This is evidence that your breakthrough is near, that the shift in your life is real, and that the enemy is losing his grip over your path. You are not under attack because of weakness, failure, or lack of faith. You are under attack because you are chosen, because you are ascending, and because your spirit has aligned with heaven's timing and purpose. Every challenge, every pushback, every moment of intense resistance is a signal that God is repositioning you into a higher realm of authority, destiny, and divine impact. You are the chosen one. Look up and don't be afraid. The spiritual challenges you are facing are not a reason to run away. They are signs that your breakthrough is near. This season is shaping you. It is aligning your purpose, your calling, your mission, and the influence God has planned for you. Everything you lost happened for a reason. God made space for your promotion. Every trial made you stronger and prepared you to receive what is coming. Every moment that hurt you was preparing you. You are being made ready to accept your blessings fully, without fear, without compromise, and without breaking again. God is arranging this moment. You are stepping into the full life He has planned for you. The final section, number 7. Chosen one, your spirit has grown stronger. Your understanding of people and situations has deepened. Your faith has been stretched, and your ability to receive has expanded. You are not entering your destiny as the same person you once were. You are stepping in as the version of yourself God has prepared. You are moving into a season of divine timing, where God begins to accelerate, shift, and align things in ways no human could plan. You will find yourself in the right place, at the right time, with the right people, because heaven is guiding your every step. Your steps are being ordered perfectly. God is positioning you like a master architect, placing the final pieces of a building. Every delay was preparation. Every closed door was protected. Every redirection was divine guidance. Right now, heaven is working in your favor. Events are moving behind the scenes. People are being guided toward you. Opportunities are being shaped specifically for your life. Blessings are being prepared with your name on them. Chosen one, understand this with your spirit. What has been happening in the invisible realm will soon appear in your reality. The spiritual activity surrounding you has reached a point where it must produce physical results. The shifts are not only around you, they are about to show through you and for you. The atmosphere around your life has been preparing, shaking, and aligning for this moment. Even if you don't understand every step, everything you have experienced has been building toward your next season of manifestation. Get ready for sudden blessings. Get ready for breakthroughs that seem to appear out of nowhere. Get ready for divine opportunities that defy natural explanation. Expect supernatural clarity to guide your steps and settle your spirit. Expect visible changes, changes you can see, feel, and testify about. What God has been preparing in the unseen will now surface in your life. Delays will end. Closed doors will open effortlessly. Long-awaited answers will appear. Situations that seemed stuck will break open in ways you never imagined. This is the season when prayers you forgot about start to answer themselves. It is the season when seeds you planted long ago finally begin to grow and produce fruit. It is the season when prophecies spoken over your life start to take shape. Promises that once seemed distant are now coming into your reality. You may notice divine alignment happening effortlessly. People, opportunities, and circumstances will come together perfectly. Blessings will arrive exactly when your spirit is ready to receive them. This season is not about pushing or forcing things. It is about stepping into the alignment God has already prepared for you. The spiritual groundwork has been completed. The battles you faced strengthened your faith. The pruning of relationships and habits purified your heart. The preparation you experienced matured your spirit. Now your manifestation will follow the alignment God has already established. Heaven has shifted. Now the natural world is catching up. In this season, you will experience restoration of broken or strained relationships, elevation in finances and provision, clarity in your purpose and calling, relief from burdens that weighed you down, doors opening for new paths and opportunities, strengthening of your identity and confidence. Everything that once seemed impossible will begin to come toward you. Everything that was confusing will start to make sense. Everything that was blocked will now flow freely. This is more than a spiritual shift. It is the beginning of your elevation. God is placing you in spaces where you were previously overlooked. He is magnifying your voice, expanding your influence, and positioning you to walk boldly in your divine calling. This is the start of your restoration. What you lost will return multiplied. What was broken will be rebuilt stronger. What was taken will be replaced with something greater and more aligned with your destiny. Here ends this prophetic message. And if you find yourself still longing for more, whether it's additional chapters in this journey, a visual concept for a video, or a compelling thumbnail design, simply let me know. I'm here, fully ready to help bring your vision to life in every possible way.